Hello, everybody. My name is Doug Mass. I'm the unit leader for Cosentini. We're part of the Tetra Tech High Performance Buildings Group. Cosentini joined Tetra Tech in 1999 as really the pioneer of the first group in buildings. And since that time, our division has grown to over 3,000 professionals in over 66 locations worldwide. We joined Tetra Tech in 1999 because we were aligned on core values. Number one is stay close to your client. Without clients, you don't have a business. Number two, innovation, leading with science, bring the best minds and experience to the project. But the third, I like to say, competency is assumed. Any engineer, scientist you're going to hire can do the job. Question is, how do we differentiate ourselves? And we do that by adding value, by putting ourselves in the client's mind. How do they want to do the project? How can they make it better? Not just saying yes, but saying, let's challenge you to do a better job. So with that, I'd like to bring you through the history wall to show you all about the history of where we were and where we're going in the future. So please join me. So in 1952, Mr. Cosentini founded W.R. Cosentini and Associates. And that was the decade where a lot of families owned properties in Manhattan. They had brownstones and small buildings, and there was a need at that time for corporations to come into the city to do business. So these developers who owned land became builders. So we got involved with several projects. The first project was 99 Park Avenue from the Tishman family, which was a 1 million square foot office tower. The 1960s brought about a different type of architecture. Architects were master builders. They not only controlled the design, but they controlled the construction in many cases. And that was when sustainability first came into mode. One of them is the Ford Foundation, which is the first atrium building. And what that building did is use the spill air after the air is used in the office space was brought into the atriums to nourish the plants. The 1970s and 1980s were about high-rise buildings being built all over the US, and in particular in New York City. It was also the era of, I'll say, more iconic architecture. And in the 80s, we were doing sustainable design, the first chilled water storage system in the US, heat reclamation building at ATT. 1990s, it continued with amazingly iconic buildings. Everything from Disney feature animation building in Burbank, 4 Times Square in New York City, which was the first high-rise green building built in the US. And the other thing that happened in the 1990s was we joined Tetra Tech. In 2000, as part of the Tetra Tech High Performance Buildings Group, we were able to grab some other fantastic projects. We did Gaylord Palm in Orlando, a 2,000-room resort that used stratified air for energy efficiency. Jobs with Frank Gehry, Disney Concert Hall, Bard College, which used geothermal systems. And then we did the first high-rise multifamily LEED Gold residential building called the Solaire, as well as the Visionaire. In 2010, all of a sudden, super high-rise buildings started. You could build them tall, let's build them even taller. So we were fortunate to be the engineers for Shanghai Tower, which is the second tallest building in the world, and FYI, it's the tallest occupied floor in the world, over 6 million square feet and 638 meters. Let's talk about Cosentini's future, which is Tetra Tech's future. We are the High Performance Buildings Group. We're able to do work all around the world of any type. We're currently working on the tallest building in the world, which we can't talk about the name, but it's over 1 mile tall, and that is in full design right now. And in addition, we are fortunate to have been the engineers for the Sphere in Las Vegas. We did all the technology for that building, and it's an outstanding project. So I think the future is bright. The collaboration with all of the units around the world is bright. We have the best employees. We have the best commitment from our staff, and we want to continue this for the next 50 years. So thank you all, and I hope you enjoyed the tour of our history.